right, and here is my shade garden and my rose garden. This part gets shady, so you can see how nicely the perennials have grown in. I've got some coleus growing, so we'll see how they do by late summer. This is just a really nice place to sit. Here you can sit any time of day because it's pretty much shady most of the day until like right about at the sedums, which I know sedums normally like more sun, but I had extras, so I planted them kind of at the front. Some catmints over here too. They were just extras that I need a place, and they could probably use more sun. But that's, you know, I just figured they were not ones I bought or anything. So if they need taken out, it's not a big deal. They were volunteers. I always love to have volunteer plants. Anyone else love volunteers? We've got bloodleaf in there. I might need to replace. I had a bloodleaf back there, a lighter one. I do have one extra. And then have the roses. This one I'm hoping grows back. It didn't transplant real well. Then the rest of them were in pots. Got a few little weeds to tidy up in here, but everything's coming along really nicely. Got petunias that are growing. I'm sure they will be much bigger. Okay. So everything's looking really good. I'm going to do some edging probably. That's something I haven't really done a whole lot of in my other beds. But I think I'm going to try that out and see how that goes. A lot of the roses aren't blooming right now, but that's okay because it's pretty hot. So they don't really do well in this extreme heat. It's been a very hot summer here. Here's Dick Clark. Look how beautiful that is. Loving that. Then we have, oh gosh, what was this one? Candy cane cocktail? Something along those lines. Oh, the tag is sticking. I left all the tags on them. This distant drums, it's not blooming right now, but oh gosh, it's one of my favorites. I loved how beautiful it looked next to the wow, what is that one called? Wild berry? I think it's wild berry. Heuchera there from Proving Winners. So I got a mixture of plants. Some of them were given to me. The roses are mostly Weeks roses. The candy cane cocktail is from Petiti's Garden Center and in Youngstown. And we got a few of these things from Rural King last year. Some of them are ones, though, extra plants from my mom's. The Jacob's Ladders are all plants that were seeded at a local nursery. And then these coleus are not like a name brand coleus. So these were cuttings. These are actually all cuttings. They root really well. Same thing with the bloodleaf. This dragon, black dragon, I always forget how to say that. Black dragon coleus was from Agway. That was just bought in like a 4-pack. So yeah, so a lot of these things are, you know, were not expensive. So you can certainly, you know, fill a bed without having to spend a lot. If, you know some other gardeners, you can swamp some things. I mean, these wild berries, I did buy those. I got them at Rural King, so they were a little less than some of the places, but they're worth it. They're the one thing that I love this heuchera. Like, I love that purple. It's hard to get a purple plant that looks that purple. Like the color, even the bloodleaf, you know, I just love that purple. It's not quite in the coleus. They got a kind of a purplish, but it's just not the same as that purple. But yeah, lots of the sedums are volunteers. The snake root was from my mom's. She had extras. I don't know that I'd recommend them. They seed a lot. I had some seeds in the spring, so I would cut off the seed heads. foliage is cool though, and they have a pretty flower that blooms later in the year, which is always nice to have some new blooms, you know. These I think were from my mom's too. So yeah, so you can get just so many things, you know, without spending a lot. And we have a greenhouse that has some seeded plants. So these are some perennials that are came up from seed. We will see how they do. And the liatris were bulbs. There's dragon heads, delphiniums, campanula, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Sea lavender, salvia was from Agway. I have to look at the tag. I forget the name of that one. I think it's just an annual though. But you can see I just made clumps of those, and they might be a little close together, honestly. Might be moving those at some point, but... And then these petunias should fill in pretty good too, and I got to replace a couple too. So I think everything will look really nice. I mean, I think it looks nice now, but it will look even better August and September too. So it'll be a nice place to still be able to sit until the weather doesn't allow us to sit anymore. So yeah, and it's pretty much done other than edging. I have a couple little wood iris to put in here. Loving this combination while talking. I'll leave it on that. Just love that. A couple little wood iris to put in here, but other than that, it's pretty much done, which is always a good feeling. All right, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoy our journey and want to follow along, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.